Let's face it, all of us have been tempted to skip the warm up before our workout, whether we're approaching a strength routine or something else. The warm up is super important and it's really not that big of a deal. It's 5-10 minutes of time. It's not a whole lot of effort, but I know if you're anything like me, it's one of the things that sometimes will make me want to procrastinate the whole workout, which just feels so silly because it's really not that big of a deal and we just need to do it. So I'm going to try and give you some motivation to make sure that the warm up stays a part of your routine. The whole point of a warm up is that it brings blood to our muscles, it gets our heart rate up, it brings blood supply to our joints. It basically is telling our body that we're going to engage in some more intense movements, and it gets it prepared for that activity. So the real benefit of this is it reduces our risk of injury, both to our muscles and our joints. It also reduces our soreness and our recovery time. And there's even some suggestion from studies that the warm up actually increases our ability to build muscle. In addition to those things, it also helps us get focused and mentally prepared for whatever activity and workout we plan to do. So all of those things sound really great. So what is a good warm-up routine and what does it consist of? So some type of cardiovascular movement. It doesn't have to be a big high impact movement. It can. So really you're just trying to think of anything that gets you a little bit heated up. And also ideally some type of dynamic stretch, which is going to tell our joints that it's time to move. So examples could be of the cardiovascular component could be like jumping jacks, maybe some burpees, a modified burpee, so there's no jumping involved. It could be some skaters, if you're familiar with that movement. Could even just be a walk or a bike. It really doesn't have to be complicated. Just mainly you want to do something that you don't hate so much that you'll avoid your whole workout just to avoid the warm up. Also a dynamic stretch. And so a dynamic stretch really is a movement-based type of stretching as opposed to a static stretch. Static stretch is where you get into a stretch of a muscle and you hold it for a period of time. There are benefits to static stretching. It's just ideal to do a more dynamic stretch at the beginning of your workout because that is going to take our joints into a greater range of motion and is going to warm us up a little bit more, bringing more blood supply to the joints and the muscles. So think of any stretch that you might want to do, especially in relation to whatever movements you're planning to do. So if you're going to be doing an upper body workout, you're going to want to include some dynamic stretches that include your upper body, your lower body, if you're doing a lower body workout or a combination of the two. It doesn't need to take long, 5 to 10 minutes, no big deal, just don't skip your warm-up.